Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Profits Plus Planet. In today's video, we'll talk about macroeconomics versus microeconomics, opportunity cost, and production possibility frontier, PPF. If you want to know about our newest videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I really appreciate your interest in my work. Thank you so much. In the last episode, we spoke about four factors in business: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. We also talk about three economic questions: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. And lastly, public versus private sector. Microeconomics and macroeconomics are two branches of economics that study different aspects of the economy. Microeconomics focuses on the behavior of individual agents within the economy, such as households, businesses, and industries. It examines how these agents make decisions regarding the allocation of scarce resources and how their interactions determine prices and quantities in specific markets. Examples of microeconomic topics include supply and demand, which means how prices are determined in markets for goods and services, consumer behavior, how individuals make choices about what to buy given their preferences and budget constraints, production and cost, how firms decide how much to produce and what factors influence their production decisions, market structures, how different types of market organization, such as perfect competition, monopoly, oligopoly, and monopolistic competition, affect prices and output decisions. For instance, microeconomics would analyze how a particular company decides to set the prices of its product based on factors like production cost, consumers' demand, and competition from other firms. Macroeconomics, on the other hand, examines the economy as a whole and focuses on aggregate phenomena such as total output, employment, inflation, and economic growth. It looks at the broader economic indicators and policies that affect the overall performance of the economy. Examples of macroeconomic topics include gross domestic product (GDP), the total value of all goods and services produced within a country's border over a specific period. Unemployment, the percentage of the labor force that is actively seeking employment but unable to find jobs. Inflation, the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising over time. Monetary and fiscally policy, government policies aimed at influencing economic activity, such as interest rate adjustments by central banks and changes in government spendings and taxation. For instance, macroeconomics would analyze how changes in government spending or interest rates affect overall economic growth or inflation rate in a country. In summary, microeconomics focuses on the behavior of individual agents and markets within the economy, while macroeconomics looks at the economy as a whole and examines aggregate variables and policies that affect its performance. Did you know that all of the decisions we make require certain sacrifice? That means that opportunity costs are incurred with every decision we make. What is opportunity cost? Well, opportunity cost is like asking yourself, what am I giving up when I choose one thing over another? It's the value of the next best thing you could have done but didn't. For example, if you spent money on buying a video game, the opportunity cost is what else you could have done with that money, like buying a book or saving it for something else. It's about understanding what you're giving up when you make a choice. Production Possibility Frontier (PPF). A PPF is like a map that shows all the ways that two things can be made together using the resources that are available. Given the tools and technology we have access to, it shows the most of one good that can be made for every level of production of the other good. Let's say that a country can make two things: cars and computers. The PPF would show all the different ways that the country can use its resources and technology to make cars and computers work together. The country would have to make fewer computers if it wants to make more cars, and the other way around. What the PPF shows is that resources are limited, and making more of one good means less of another. This shows the idea of shortage and trade offs. Policymakers and economists can also use it to figure it out the opportunity cost of different business choices. When the production is inefficient, it means the resources are not being used in the best possible way to produce goods and services. In other words, the economy is not operating on its production possibility frontier, PPF. Shifting the production possibility frontier outwards means that the economy can produce more of both goods without sacrificing the production of either. This expansion happens when there is an increase in availability resources, improvements in technology, or better efficiency in resources use. In simple terms, it's like getting better at making stuff. For example, if a country discovers new technology or trains its workers better, it can produce more cars and computers with the same amount of resources. So the PPF shift outwards, showing that the economy can now produce more of both goods than before. It's a sign of growth and improvement in the economy. As a recap, microeconomics focuses on the behavior of individual agents and markets within the economy, while macroeconomics examines the economy as a whole, including aggregate variables like GDP, inflation, and unemployment. Opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative foregone when a decision is made. It helps individuals and businesses understand the trade offs involved in the decision making. And production possibility frontier, it's a graphical representation showing all the possible combinations of two goods that can be produced with available resources and technology. Overall, these concepts help us understand how individuals, businesses, and economies make decisions, allocate resources, and achieve growth and efficiency. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and share it to your friends. And see you next time.